Hello everyone, I am Mandeep and today's topic of my video is about Ielts journal, that is writing task 1 formal letter. But firstly I will tell you the types of letter. There are three types, that is formal, semi-formal and informal. And in this video I will basically cover the formal part. But many of you may be a beginner level and they have no idea that what are the types of letters and how to differentiate among them. So I will tell you in short that what are the types of letter. That is formal letter. Formal letters are those that are written to an unknown person, like a newspaper editor, manager at the insurance company, and so on. And in this type of letter we have to start with greetings, that is dear sir or madam and dear sir madam, and then at the end we have to write yours faithfully, because we are writing to a person we don't know, so we should end the letter with yours faithfully and then the full name. But before ending the letter we have to write a closing statement, and most cases in formal letter it ends with I look forward to your reply. But this is not the case for each and every type of formal letter, but normally most formal letters end with these. Now semi-formal letter, these letters are written to a person that are supposed to be known, like the name of the person that is expected to be known, like the manager of the company you are working for. Obviously you will know the name of the manager, then in that case it is categorized as semi-formal letter. And in this category we have to start with dear and the last name, that is like Mr. Smith. If the person's name is John Smith, we will end with Mr. Smith, and if it's female then it's Miss, MS. And the closing statement would be I am looking forward to hearing from you, or thanking you in advance. It depends on the type of letter that how you would close the letter. And at the end you would write yours sincerely, not faithfully. In this kind you have to write yours sincerely. Then informal letter, this is written to friends or the family members. It's simple. And then in this category we have to start with dear, the first name of the person to whom you're writing. Then closing statement are simple, like see you soon, thanks a lot for your help, I can't wait to see you next week or next month. It again depends upon the idea or the content of the letter, that whether you have to end the letter with thanks or just see you soon. And then at the end you will write yours truly, lots of love, best wishes. It again depends to whom you're writing. Like you are writing to your sister, your brother, then you can end with lots of love. And if you're writing to someone, your friend, and you are wishing something, like you can end with best wishes. And in this type of letter, as you have to start the letter with just a name, that is first name, you also have to end the letter with your first name. Now what is formal letter? This is the example formal letter sample, that is you recently organized an all-day meeting for your company which took place in a local hotel. Means here it is about a company that you have organized a meeting at a hotel. And in the feedback, participants at the meeting said that you liked the hotel, but they were unhappy about the food that was served for the lunch. Means they were happy about the hotel, that about conditions of the hotel, but they are dissatisfied with the food. You have to write a letter to the manager of the hotel. In your letter say what the participants liked about the hotel, explain why they are unhappy about the food, suggest what the manager should do to improve the food in future. Like you are given 3 bullet points and you have to explain these points in detail, that what you liked about your hotel, what is the problem with the food, and then you have to give the suggestions. And you have to write at least 150 words. So it is the minimum requirement, that is 150 words. There is no upper limit, but it is better to write at near about 170 to 180 words. And because if you write so much, then you would have less time for the essay. So it is better to do practice and get an estimate that in which area of the page you can cover the 150 words or 160 170 words. If you practice during the mock test, it will be easy for you. Then you do not need to write any addresses. Begin your letter as follows, that is dear sir or madam. Now focus on what. There are 4 things on which the examiner will assess your letter. The first is task achievement. What you have to do is your appropriate tone. That is, if it's a formal letter, the wordings, that is tone, should be formal, and it's informal, then the tone should also be informal, and relevant ideas according to the topic. Means you have to write on the topic with appropriate tone. Next is coherence and cohesion. Coherence means well organized ideas, means the structure. It should be proper structured. And well connected ideas means using the connectors, that is cohesion. You have to use appropriate connectors depending upon the formal and informal, and it should be in proper paragraphs. Next is lexical resource. That is the vocabulary that you use. You have to use a range of vocabulary to convey precise meanings that what you want to say. You can use some less common vocabulary words. It's not important you have to write a list of high band vocabulary, but just write 2-3 uncommon words, and you have to use some collocations as well, because if you use collocations you will get 7+ band. Next is grammatical range and accuracy. That is, you have to use a range of sentence structures, that is present, past, future, models, conditionals, whatever you can use. And most important is the sentences should be error free if you want to get 7+ bands. So this is the basic requirement for the letter on which your letter will be assessed, that you can get 7+ bands if you fulfill this criteria. Now next, what is appropriate tone? Like, you have to understand the difference between the tone, that is language, formal, semi-formal and informal. Here are a few words like fortunate, it's a formal word, blessed, semi-formal, lucky, informal. Next, sufficient, adequate, enough, initially, in the beginning, at first, endeavor, attempt, try, purchase, buy, get, offspring, child, kid, commence, start, begin, repeatedly, many times, again and again, requirement, need, want. So there are just few words. You have to learn, or you have to understand the difference between the formal and informal language. That is what are semi-formal language. So it will be okay for you to understand that how to write a letter using the appropriate tone. Now, before moving forward, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, do subscribe. Now, the types of letter, that is formal letter. There are many kinds like job letter, request letter, information letter, complaint letter, suggestion letter, apology letter, or a combination of two. Like, you have to complain about something and then you have to give a suggestion. So in this, I will cover the information part. Now, that's the letter. You recently organized an all-day meeting, that I have explained in the starting, that you have organized a meeting for the company at a hotel, and the feedback, you liked the hotel but you were unhappy about the food, that is the lunch. And you have to write a letter to the manager. It's to the manager, so it should be formal, and you have to cover 3 bullet points, that is what you liked about hotel, what was the problem with the food, and then you have to give the suggestions. Although you are unhappy or dissatisfied about the food, but this is not a complaint letter, because in the starting it is just written that you have to write a letter to the manager. You are happy with the hotel but unhappy with the food. It is not a total complaint letter. You can just write that you are writing to inform the other person, or you are writing in connection with the meeting that you organized. So you should not start with I'm writing to complain about, because you also liked something. There is a problem with the food, but all the other things with which you are satisfied. Now, what is coherence and cohesion? You have to understand that what is this should be the structure. That is, if it should be proper structured, then you will get bands that you require. Then first it is greetings. It should be appropriate, that is dear sir or madam. And then the opening statement can be I am writing to inform you about or regarding, and I am writing in connection with. You can start with any line, and it is just a sample. That is how you can do. There are many other statements with which you can start a formal letter, because there are many types of letters, so there are many ways of starting a letter. It is just a sample for the information letter that is formal letter, information letter. Now, like, you have to give the 3 bullet points, then you have to make 3 paragraphs. Firstly, it should be greeting, then the opening statement, that is the purpose of letter for which you are writing, and then the 3 bullet points, and then closing statement. You have to give a closing statement to end your letter, and then you have to end the letter with yours faithfully. Now, 3 bullet points. In first, you will cover what is liked, then problem with food, and then suggestion. What is liked, you can start that I must mention that what you liked, and first of all, you can start with first of all. And you have a problem, that is a contradiction. Firstly, you like something, then you are giving a problem, then you can contradict this statement by using a connector, that is however. Then suggestion, you can say that may I suggest that, or I or we would appreciate if you. Then the closing statement, I look forward to your reply, I hope that you will pay attention to this. If you are expecting a reply, then you can say that I look forward to your reply. But if you are just letting the person know that there was a problem with food, if according to the idea you are not expecting something, that is reply, then you can start that I just hope that you will pay attention to this. Then end the letter with yours faithfully and full name. I hope you understand what's the coherence and cohesion and what's the appropriate tone in task achievement. Now, here is a sample letter. Here in this letter, you will understand what is coherence and what is cohesion. Like, the structure that you use is the coherence, that it should be in proper paragraphs. That the number of paragraphs, depending upon the bullet points, that is 3 bullet points, and the greetings, opening statement, closing statement, ending. These are the basic things that you have, on which you have to write a letter. And then cohesion, that you use the connectors. Like the opening statement, I am writing in connection with, and the connectors like first of all, according to, however, despite, due to, which, also, though, considering all, I hope that. These are the connectors. And the opening statement, it's the purpose, that is I'm writing in connection with the day-long meeting which was organized at your acclaimed hotel, the Grand Hotel, on 2nd July 2020 for the employees of the Tata company. Means you have given the purpose of writing the letter. And then the 3 bullet points. In the first bullet point, you explain that what you liked about the hotel, like the outstanding customer service, hygiene, the design of the building, whatever you like. And what was the problem? Like, however, despite being overall contented with the hotel amenities, means you started the point that, however, although you are happy with the hotel amenities, but you have a problem with the food. Like, most of the guests express dissatisfaction with the quality of the food served during lunch. Then you will explain the problems at first, the problem, and then you have to use the connectors to explain ideas in a proper way without any problem. Then in the third bullet point, that is you have to give the suggestion, like considering all or considering everything, we would appreciate if you do something. And then in the closing statement, I hope that you will pay due consideration to my suggestions. You can start at I hope that you will consider my suggestions, or you can even write like I look forward to your reply. If you have given a statement above that, I am expecting a reply for what you are doing. So this is what coherence and cohesion means. You can pause the video and read the letter. I haven't read it in detail. This is just a sample letter. You can write in any other idea. Like this is a sample letter written by a student who scored 7.5 in writing. And this is, according to me, is really worth 7.5 band, and at least above 7+ band. Now, what is lexical resource? That is a range of vocabulary including collocations, like connection with, acclaimed hotel, successfully hosting, appreciable, outstanding customer service, magnificent design, contented with means satisfied with hotel amenities, dissatisfaction with, especially, undercooked, abdominal pain, or you can write abdominal discomfort, control over, paid due consideration. This is the range of vocabulary, and then this collocations are included, means this is fulfills the requirement of 7+ bands for lexical resource. Then there is grammatical range and accuracy, means you have to use a range of sentence structures like present, past and future, and models and conditionals even. That is, I'm writing that is present, was organized, past, would, that is models, is present, expressed, past, was, were, past, should be, that is model, was also reported. It was also reported that few dishes were undercooked. Means it was reported by the participants. It is like a passive tense also. That is complained, past, would, again model. If it is like a conditional sentence, should be, is, hope, and will, it's again future. That's how that you have to get 7+ band step by focusing on 4 important points, that is task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range, and accuracy. I hope you are understanding that how you can write in appropriate way, that is appropriate tone and good range of vocabulary using collocations. And most important, your grammar should be correct. So in this video, that is what we have learned, that is the structure, that greetings, then you have to give the opening statement, that is purpose of the letter, then first bullet point, second bullet point, third bullet point, and then give a closing statement and end the letter with yours faithfully. Now if you want me to make a video on any topic, let me know by writing in the comment sections and I will make a video on that. Okay, then here's a Facebook page, that is Complete Success, and here's also a website, that is ielts.completesuccess.in. Do follow it. Thank you.